So you should be interested in the Young India Fellowship if you aspire to be a leader in India in the future. If you have an aspiration to do something for our country, to make a difference, to lead something in your life, then you should be looking at the Young India Fellowship. It could be in any area. It could be an area that you are personally passionate about. And we are not looking for fellows who will only make change happen in the politics of this country or in the social environment of this country. We are looking for people across all disciplines. You could be an artist, you could be a designer, you could be a filmmaker, you could be a lawyer, engineer, somebody who wants to do research in history. Anyone who wants to do something different and distinctive and aspires to make a difference by their work, by their life, are people who should be looking at this program. Now, there are three things that you will get out of this program in your leadership journey. Number one, you will get exposure to multiple areas of knowledge and learning that you would not typically have had exposure to in whatever you studied in your undergraduate program. Whether you did a 4-year professional degree in engineering or law or medicine, or if you did a 3-year program in the sciences or liberal arts, what we do in the Young India Fellowship is give you exposure to a wide variety of subjects that will broaden your mind, open up windows of your mind to new areas of knowledge, broaden your perspectives. And we think this is very important as you go out into the real world and tackle problems. So you could be studying from history, philosophy, sociology, to economics, science, ethics, the environment, and so on. And so that's one big advantage of taking this program, which is the focus on giving you a broad range of experiences in various learning in areas of knowledge. The second big thing the program does is that increasingly we find that because of our undergraduate education, we are not spending enough time reading, writing, learning to communicate, learning to interact with others. And this is a very important aspect of one's leadership that is getting neglected or is not getting developed in our schools and colleges. The Young India Fellowship tries to help you address that. We start the program with 2 writing courses, for example. And while these are writing courses, they actually make you read a lot because ultimately in life, if you are going to communicate your ideas, you need to be able to first assimilate others' ideas, and that comes from reading. And then you need to communicate your ideas, whether it is through writing or through verbal communication. And therefore, this whole area of reading, writing, learning how to communicate, we even have a course on listening, which is a very important aspect, we believe, of capability building. So there's a second aspect to the Young India Fellowship, which is around building your capabilities. The third aspect of the Young India Fellowship is to really bring a sense of awareness about what are some of the pressing problems that we face as a world, but more specifically we face in India. We want our fellows to have a certain social consciousness about what is happening in the world and start to think about how to solve some of these problems. We do this through some of the courses we have, we do this through some of the faculty we get, and we do it through the large number of guest lecturers that we have from various walks of life who come and talk about what are the various things they are doing, not just with their businesses or their research or their their startups or companies they run, but also with the environment, with the social sector, with poverty alleviation, and so on and so forth. So this aspect of bringing in a social consciousness into the Young India Fellow is the third aspect of what we do. So the three things really are, number one, opening your mind to newer areas of knowledge. Number two, building a set of capabilities that is extremely critical in your leadership journey. And three, bringing in a social consciousness in you as you go out into the real world. Now, how we deliver this is a very important aspect of this. This is a new experiment we've started. The way we deliver it is through a 1-year program, and the first bit of it, which is bringing awareness to helping you understand different areas of knowledge, is done through just classroom learning. And we have a set of 25 courses that you do, which are taught by some of the leading faculty from around the world. They've been particularly chosen so that they are inspirational in the classroom, and they really inspire you to think, to challenge, and to take on, start to think about some of the more tough problems of the world. The second thing we do is we have a experiential learning module where you actually go out and for 9 of the 12 months actually go out and work on a live project which involves research, it involves doing planning, execution, talking to people, and really going out there and making things happen. And this is again to give you exposure to how problems are solved practically in the real world. The third aspect of this program is the mentorship. We bring in a strong element of both internal and external mentors that help you think through what should you be doing after the program. And once you come out of this program, how should you pursue your passion? How should you go out and make the best of the resources that are available to you in the real world? And finally, for us, the most interesting aspect of this program is just the sheer diversity of the fellows themselves. There is a lot of learning and a lot of exchange of ideas that happens within the fellows, and they learn a lot from each other. This is a residential program, so you live together for almost a year, you do things together, you participate in activities together, you go to classes, work on assignments together. And because of the diversity of the class and the fact that everyone has a unique background, the learning that happens from each other, we think, is tremendous and will stay with you all for the rest of your life, but also create a very strong network that stays with you for the rest of your life, because once you become a Young India Fellow, then you are a Young India Fellow for the rest of your life, and that stays with you. You know, the fellowship is located in Delhi, and when we talk about leadership for the country's leadership is in Delhi. So at some level, this is a great location to be in. Delhi has some great institutions, so to that extent we can draw on some of the wonderful faculty at Delhi University, at JNU, and we have done that. I think Delhi also has an interesting flow of people from various walks of life who come through every year, and so therefore we are able to draw on them to come and give guest lectures, be guest faculty at the Young India Fellowship. And then finally, Delhi is just such a great city. I mean, there are some great locations in the city. Our fellows have organized walks through some historical monuments. We are sitting today in Lodi Garden, which is one of the landmarks, just not in Delhi, but for the country. So this is a great location to be, and we have a wonderful campus which is right in the center of town and very easily accessible. So we are very lucky that we've been able to locate our program in Delhi.